Hey guys, it's Abby again. Welcome back. Let's make one of the most effective face serum for hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, dark spots, and the likes of them. This face serum rather, it's amazing. And let's get right into it.
So I'm measuring about 265 gram of my distilled water, making our face serum that will brighten. You can see that it's more than. So I'm going to reduce it. I'll just pour it here. Oops. And there was a cut. So exactly what I'm trying to do is to ensure that I get 265 exactly. 265, okay. We have exactly 265, and I'm going to set this aside. Remember, we're making a face serum for brightening, anti-aging, and glowing. So our next ingredients will be hyaluronic acid. And if you know hyaluronic acid very well, it's very great. When I mean very great at plumping the skin, especially it's great for anti-aging. So I'm going to be measuring out 2.5 grams of our hyaluronic acid. So it's currently 2 grams. So I'm just going to add a little to make 0.5. I have spoons to use, right? So because it measures in grams, so it's not going to show exactly, but it's already 2.5 gram because I added 0.5 to it. So I'm going to set that aside. And our next ingredients I'm going to be measuring will be niacinamide. I'm going to tear the scale again. Let me set this aside so that it's not blocking. I'm going to tear the scale and I'm going to measure niacinamide. It's niacinamide, you can say vitamin B3, another name for vitamin B3. So I'm going to be measuring 14 grams of our niacinamide. And we all know that niacinamide is very great for brightening. If you have dark spots over time, it's going to help greatly. I'm just going to be measuring that 14 grams. So that's 11 gram. 14. Oh, we got our perfect measurements on time to measure our next ingredient, which is kojic acid. I like kojic acid. And if you know kojic acid, it's almost equivalent to um, hydroquinone, but it's the natural one. It's a skin lightener, not brightening, now, lightener. And it's so great at doing its job. It does its job so well. So we're going to be measuring 2% of our kojic acid, which is 7 gram. So this. And remember, we have kojic acid and we have kojic acid dipalmitate. Kojic acid dipalmitate only dissolves in oil, but this dissolves in water. But you're going to have to use warm water, and that's why I have my what's it called here? My thermometer to check because the water you're going to boil has to be exactly maybe less than 50 degrees centigrade for you to be able to not cook your kojic acid and for it to be effective. So our next ingredient will be azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is a beautiful, beautiful brightener. The combination of these ingredients will brighten your face and glow. I'm not even capping. To brighten and glow your face. And if you're struggling with getting ingredients, don't worry. I have contacts that I can give you if you reach out to me. Azelaic acid, we're measuring 8.75 gram. So when I get to 8, I'm just going to do the 0.75 off at, right? Okay. So I assume that this is like 0.75. It says no. Okay. So I guess we got that right now. So right about now, what we're going to be doing is to dissolve and dissolve and dissolve. So our first ingredient, which we added, our first active was um it was hyaluronic acid. And one way that I've been able to cheat hyaluronic acid is to add glycerin into it. Sorry, we need glycerin too for this recipe. We need about 28 gram of glycerin, which is about I'm checking. This is what you should always do. If you want to make products, you should have your formulations and your recipes on your phone or on a paper, right? So glycerin is supposed to be 28 grams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 18 grams. No, I'm going to add 15 grams of glycerin into my hyaluronic acid to dissolve it. I know this works well because I've tried it before. You're going to see. Then into my azelaic acid, I'm going to add the rest of the 13 grams. So let's go. You have to know calculation when you are making lotions and all. But remember, this is a face serum. So we're adding 15 grams, or let's add 13 grams. Then we'll add the rest into. See, I already added 14 grams. That's why it's always good to add your this thing separately. This thing is really mad. Okay, 14 grams. So I'm just gonna stir. I'm gonna mix it using my spoon. Let's set this scale aside while we mix our hyaluronic acid. I don't know if you can see, but it dissolves well. So what I just do is after I add a bit of water and then I blend. It takes time, but it always completely works for me. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water so that I can be able to use my. Sorry for the noise. I'm in Nigeria. You know when they say, "Let us know you're in a country without saying it." Now the kiss, that's welcome to Nigeria. And you know this hyaluronic acid is the one that will plump our face serum and make it very effective. So I'm going to be using this. One, there's no light. Two, this is great for mixing your serum. It's okay to mix your serum. So what I will do is, because I know that this thing can just jump out, I'm going to make sure that I set it on one so that it's gentle. It's going to take a while though, but because I need the serum now, the client requested for it. Sorry, because I need the serum now, the client requested for it, and I don't have hyaluronic acid made down. I only have the powder, so I need to urgently make this serum. So what I'll do, because this thing used to move mad, I'll just okay. Once it's on one, I have less worry, and I'm going to set it aside before I finish. Before I finish dissolving my kojic acid and the rest of the ingredients. Um, Before I finish dissolving my kojic acid and the rest of my ingredients, it should be okay. But I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Although I still have some particles left, but I'm just going to set it aside, close it up somewhere, and let it finish completely dissolving. I think I'm going to add a little bit of water into it so that, you know, everything can marinate. It's all about marination. Meanwhile, I'm making 350 gram of this 350 ml or 350 gram of this entire serum. So I'm just going to set that aside and cover it so that it can quickly clump up for me. So the next ingredients, which is azelaic acid, I'm going to dissolve. Is it that you're dissolving your azelaic acid in? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Is it that you're dissolving in glycerin? I tried it and it worked for me because I didn't have propylene glycol the first day I tried it. So is that you're dissolving in glycerin or propylene glycol? Based on research. So I'm going to be dissolving my azelaic acid with the rest of our glycerin. Remember, 28 grams. So we removed 14 grams of glycerin already. So we have 14 grams left. So we're just going to measure that. And that's why I said that if you are a formulator, you need to know how to do your calculations properly. So 14 grams of our glycerin is here. So what we're going to do is to stir. We're going to mix that together. Let me set this aside because I'm still going to need it. There are other ingredients left. Let me show you guys. Come. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's my azelaic acid, beautifully dissolving, and I love it. So I'm just gonna move this, mix it well. So here I have my azelaic acid. You can see thickened up. We're going to add all into our final. So to dissolve my kojic acid, because I'm using 7 gram of kojic acid, I'll be measuring now 70 gram of water or 70 ml of water to be able to dissolve kojic acid. This will enable it to dissolve very well. I have 71 gram here. I'm going to reduce it a little. What I'll do is I'll measure 60 gram and use 10 gram of glycerin to dissolve it first so that it can properly solubilize or properly dissolve. So here we have 60 gram of water. So I'm going to warm that up to say 49 degrees centigrade. Then I'll measure kojic acid. You might ask that why am I not directly just adding kojic acid into warm water to dissolve it? So I've tried it before and then it's crystallized. So once it crystallized, because it degrades kojic acid immediately, it passes 50 degrees centigrade. Kojic acid is going to crystallize and then there will be trouble. So I'm going to set it aside and then I will boil my water and then I'll be right back. So while we are waiting for kojic acid to fully dissolve, let me set the scale aside. We're going to pour in our, I don't know if you can see it. If you guys can see it, can you see it? I told you this is one of the most beautiful method, like one of the most effective methods to melt hyaluronic acid. If you want it to melt fast, like normally you're supposed to add your water then leave it overnight, but because I can't do that right now, like I'm in a hurry, like so. But I got what I wanted. See everything crystal clear, right? So, but we have not yet dissolved our niacinamide, vitamin B3 powder. So, what I'll just do is to add a little bit of water. So, I'll just set our hyaluronic acid side by the side, then I'll add a little bit of water. This one does not have problem. It dissolves like pum pum pum. All you just need to do is to keep stirring. In fact, what I can do is to just add it directly and it's always cold. Guys, it's always cold. Can you see? It dissolves like before you blink. See, it's already done. This is one of the most beautiful ingredients you can work with. So now that my hyaluronic acid is all dissolved, so I'm just gonna pour it. I'm going to pour everything into our big beaker so that we can stir well. So we're going to mix that in. I'm just gonna pour a little so that I can get all the juicy. Please, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I don't like wasting I don't like my ingredients to waste, basically. So we're pouring it all. I'll soon go and check our warm water for dissolving kojic acid. So I'm just gonna stir. So our azelaic acid, you can also warm your azelaic acid even though we use glycerin to dissolve. I warmed it a little, and then we have this. It's not as thick as before, but warm it a little new. Don't warm it more than 50 degrees centigrade. Almost the same thing, so that you don't degrade it or affect it. So I'm just gonna add our azelaic acid. I love the name azelaic acid, and I'm gonna stir. I'm just gonna pour a little out so that we can get the one. Oh, I'm back like I never left. I already added my azelaic acid. And as you can see, I'm loving the color. I don't know about you guys. So the next thing, the warm water. So let's check our pH. This cup is very long. Very, very long. It's 50. So we're going to wait until let's pour it here so that we can see what we're doing. We're going to wait until it's 50 degree at least. That's the maximum. Maximum. Sorry, dear, you don't mind me. Oh. So we're waiting for our beautiful, to be able to mix in our beautiful dye right here. It's actually hot. So we're waiting. I'll just pause the video and be right back when it gets to 50 degrees. So as about right now, hey, it's not yet 50 degrees centigrade. So we're going to wait. So as of right now, we've got 49.1 degrees centigrade. So we're good to go. So let's mix in our kojic acid. To get all our juice. By now, you already know I do not waste my ingredients. So I don't know if you can see right about now, we've got our kojic acid splendidly blended. Splendidly what? Let me be speaking English. But yeah, we have our kojic acid looking awesome. Can you see? Am I the only one who can see this? Or you guys can see as well. So if you want to mix, this is kojic acid, not kojic depot. Because I know that there's always a there's always a, like, people take them for the same, but they're not the same. This one gladly melts in water. The other one dissolves in oil. The kojic acid, the palmitate, blends well in oil, while kojic acid blends in water. So we're going to be adding it into our recipe, as you already know. Yeah. So we've been able to have that. Let's set this aside and stir. So we're stirring. I'm going to still use this guy here, but I want to mix in everything. Then we can now do a stir, check our pH and package. Okay, so next up, we're going to be measuring our preservative, which is very important. If you're making products without preservative, repent from today. And if you're asking me, how am I knowing these ingredients of fat? Hello, I have my phone here where everything is, even the pH. Is very important. So we're going to be measuring into this recipe. I'm trying to see the 3.5 grams of I use phenoxyethanol because of it needs to be well preserved, right? So we're going to be mixing 3.5, and I don't want to go beyond. So I put it in the cap of my this thing so that I can 3.5 Abby. what I'm going to do, because this does not measure. Can you see? So this is like 0.5. Mhm. So now that we've gotten that right, we're going to set this aside and just give it a good stir. So now I can use my whisker or my whisk, whatever you guys call it. My whisk. I'm going to set it to, because this thing can be moving wonder. I'm just going to use that to stir. And the next thing we're going to be doing is to check our pH, which is very vital, guys. Like, it's very important to check pH, or else all the efforts put in, all the product, all the ingredients put in is like a waste of time, like a complete waste of effort, energy, resources if you're not checking the pH of your products. And you can see our vitamin C, our serum, not too watery and all of that. So cool. So to check the pH, I'll just use my pH strip because my pH meter is also here. I can either use a pH strip or I use a pH meter. So let me show you. I have different ones. I have this one. I have the universal Kineko Kineko, and I also have my pH meter. I can decide to use this. So, but you see, like I said, this is a speedy order, so I need to quickly attend to it. So our target is to get the pH of 5.5. So let's go. So after stirring well, which you all know that we have been able to stir well, we're going to pour out a little of our products. It's not a good idea. It's not hygienic to put your pH strip directly into your products. It's not hygienic. So we're going to be checking. Let's cut out our. If I use this one, I'll still use the other one to be sure that we're on point. So we're going to be checking our pH. So our target is, like I said, 5.5. What do I prefer from you? What do I prefer? What bill? It's like, Abby. No, sorry, so sorry. This is it, guys. Guys, I don't know if you can see, but this is very, like, I'm in shock because most of the times I have to adjust. You get, but today this guy is giving me like what I want. He's giving me I'm impressed. Like I'm very impressed. But really, I'm actually impressed. I am impressed. Like I'm surprised. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I'm very surprised that I got the pH of 5 to 5.5 almost at the first trial. It's very so because of doubting Thomas like me, I'm going to use another pH strip just to confirm, because this is actually very important. If I make a product and I don't get to see and I don't see the entire pH true, I'm actually deceiving myself if I say the product will work on the clients. So I'll go ahead and check again just to be sure, guys. Just to be sure. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. But I'm so excited because this has not happened in a while. And I think it's because of the ingredients I used, right? They also helped in. But guys, can you see that our product is producting? And this is very amazing. This is surprising to me because most of the times I have to adjust pH. You don't want to know. I was just going to gist you guys that there's a lot to be done, blah blah blah. But apparently the product surprised me. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I surprised myself or something. Yeah. So, but basically, our product is ready. But for that final finish, I actually have a vitamin C serum. I've had it at home for a while now. I hope this doesn't change the pH of my product at the end of the day. So, what I would do, just to be sure and to be on the safe side, this is supposed to be around 10 grams so that I'm still on point with all the ingredients that we've added into our recipe already. So, I'm going to measure it out. You might not even be up to. It's my vitamin C serum that I've used at home before, but it has SAP, which is a vitamin C derivative, which is very good. So I'm just gonna measure, and then I go 5 grams, 6 grams. I go 6 grams. Okay, that's fantastic. So for me to be sure that this thing will not change the entire thing, I'm very excited about. I'm just gonna pour a little of the already made products, the product we just finished making, into this recipe to test the pH first before adding anything. I'm just gonna let it go and you know find somewhere to dump it because I'm not ready for pH while I'm today. Like I said, I'm in a hurry. Like I'm already running late self to deliver, and I have other things to do today. I have school runs. Sorry, I'm ranting. Okay, so let's check that out. If that checks out, I'll be very happy. Extremely. Ah, I think let me let it set to first because that is very important. Yeah, set to first. Kawa check. Kawawo, Kawamo, Kawachek, Kawawo, Kawamo. I'm very excited. Okay. I think we still have our 5-0. Guys, you guys don't know how excited I am. Considering the fact that most of the times I don't want to do videos of how to you know what I know. It's quite a lot. Oops, don't follow. Okay. So we got that. Sorry if you hear background noise, no vex. Na Nigeria I do. I never jackpot. And I don't intend to. I don't want to jackpot. I want to go with ease and joy. Anyway, I'm heading to. I am my household. And the church says amen. So I think we are on point, and I will quickly bottle this. Actually, I intend to use this. Let me show you guys. Where is the bottle? Can you see? This is the only way I can show you. Sorry. But you're going to see that the bottle is empty. So here, I'm just going to, this is our funnel, our cute funnel. And this is one of the bottles we're going to be storing, already sanitized. This is our vitamin C. If you remember, I poured it into this place. I'm just going to give it a shake. Then I'm going to dish it out into these bottles. So I did this so that every time there's an order for it, I can easily just pour into the bottle the sizes that are requested. I hope that makes sense. So that I don't have to be making different batches every time.